This is WNBC TV, New York. NewsCenter 4 is brought to you tonight by Abraham and Strauss.
Good evening, I'm Chuck Scarborough, and that's a live minicam shot of Studio 54, New York's most famous disco, doing its trendy, snobby thing for the beautiful people tonight, despite the fact that a co-owner of the place was busted for possession of cocaine this morning. It's a strange story, and Jackie Stone is there to tell us all about it. Jackie?
Well, Chuck, as you can see, we're here a little bit early. The regulars don't arrive until around 12:30. But Studio 54 certainly has had problems. When the club opened 20 months ago, it couldn't get a liquor license. And then the club was raided for serving liquor without a license. Finally, the owners had to go to the state Supreme Court to get a liquor license. And since then, various people have sued Studio 54. Some because they couldn't get in, and others because they didn't like the way they were treated once they did get in. And then this morning, while Studio 54 had some rather special company, David Diaz filed this report about a raid by Internal Revenue Service agents.
Close to 24 IRS agents raided the Chic Disco this morning, armed with a warrant to search and seize any and all records relating to the club's finances. Ian Schrager, one of the owners of Studio 54, entered the club sometime later, and agents say that among his records they found 5 ounces of cocaine. Schrager was arrested and charged with possession with intent to distribute, but he was later released on his own recognizance. The agents spent the entire day loading seized records and documents into boxes, which were to be hauled downtown.
What are they are in
7 hours after the raid began, co-owner Steve Rubel emerged with lawyer Roy Cohn, who blasted the IRS.
Because they have an internal revenue audit going, which is the same thing that happens to 10 million American taxpayers, except it's a little bit unusual when you send 23 agents up and come tearing into a place at 9:30 in the morning. The financial books and records have been available. Their accountants and their lawyers have been available to the government at all times.
Well, we're here now with Steve Rubel, one of the co-owners of Studio 54. Now, Steve, what about the charges that there's organized crime involved here and that there's free drugs all over the place?
Free drugs? No, I don't think anybody said that. The organized crime is, I think, as the papers are coming out, is because of Ian's father, who's been dead 14 years. Ian's my partner. And I certainly, it's unfortunate that the question is asked, because the minute the question is asked, there's an automatic association. I don't like that association. I really don't like it at all. Although, I don't have anything against Ian or, anything that they say about his father. I really don't.
Well, what about people saying there's a lot of coke sniffing and marijuana smoking going on here?
Well, it's a public place. It's a public place, and, we control it. We have 14 security people here, and I can't account for every person every second time, but we certainly don't openly permit it. And you're here now, and nobody's standing around watching it, and if you've been here other times, anybody knows it's not,
Okay, thank you. So it seems like it's pretty much business as usual. Back to you, Chuck, in the studio.
Thank you, Jackie. For years, young thugs literally got away with serious crimes, even murder, because of their age. But now juvenile lawbreakers can expect to serve heavy sentences, too, in New York. And Joe Sheehan tells us that in the case of 3 hoodlums who mugged an elderly couple in Hempstead, Long Island, the youngest, the juvenile, may be the one to serve the most time.
3 young men pleaded guilty to a second-degree robbery charge in the break-in and theft of over $200 from a 90-year-old Hempstead couple. And what should have been a simple sentencing procedure against 16-year-old Michael Cunningham, 17-year-old James Cohen, and 15-year-old Aaron Mays became a legal can of worms. Assistant DA Robert Zausmer requested prison time for all 3 at the discretion of Judge Edward Baker. And this, according to the DA, is how the judge ruled.
The judge sentenced the juvenile, Mr. Mays, to a period of 5 years maximum, and under the law, he has to give him a definite minimum of 1/3 of the maximum. That would be 1 2/3 years minimum time that he has to serve, with a maximum being 5. As to the other 2, the non-juveniles, Mr. Cohen and Cunningham, they received a maximum term of 5, the same maximum as the juvenile, but they received no minimum.
Aaron Mays' attorney, Ronald Epstein, says that their